was, and this is newer stuff, okay, because, as some of you may know, this is my 20th year of doing the RTDNA survey, which is a frighteningly long time. And so part of what I'm trying to do here, and generally when I look at the numbers, is put it into a bigger context of, okay, what does this say about what we're doing? And a number of years ago, we talked about the evolving TV business and putting out more and more material on more and more different channels and different venues, and that's changing. I don't know that it's a permanent change. It's changing. It used to be about putting content on more and more other venues. Those numbers really have not moved in a meaningful way in 2 years. The last 2 years, those numbers that I showed you about other involvement with other television stations, on radio, with newspapers and all of that, those numbers have not moved in the last 2 years. That could be temporary. It could be, but I'm going to suggest that it may not be temporary. When we look at, for instance, when we look at those cooperative ventures, in an awful lot of markets, the #1 TV news station has never been involved in those cooperative ventures. And part of why I always questioned whether there was a real strong future here is if the #1 station isn't going to be involved, then it suggests this is just going to be a temporary measure until the economy gets better. Now, that doesn't mean that's what's going to happen, but market after market, the top station has not been involved in those kind of things. So we'll see. Now, cooperative ventures in terms of sharing content. Helicopters has grown steadily. So if you're in a large market, and thank God for this. This makes the skies safer and it saves stations a fortune. We're talking a lot of money here. And that has continued. But in terms of sharing information, sharing video, that hasn't been growing. If anything, there's some evidence that that's actually shrinking. It's not that there aren't changes in the industry, there are, but this is something that has altered.